asked a lot of questions about where I've been, what I'm doing, and what's happening with me. And before I answer those questions, I want to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a very, very wonderful holiday season. You're going to have an opportunity to hear what's been happening with me, where I've been, and what's going on in my life, and all about the new music that we're doing. So sit back and enjoy. Again, everybody, listen, as promised, I told you that I was going to share some things with you. And some of the questions that have been asked of me and have continued to be asked of me, I'm going to attempt to answer them to the best of my ability. People want to know, who is Stan Mosley? Where were you born? How did you get into the music business? They pretty much want me to take you down memory lane as to who I am, where I've been, and what's going on with me. Stan Mosley is the youngest of 5 children, born in Chicago, Illinois, which is my hometown. Loves me some Chicago. I have 3 sisters and a brother, but my brother's deceased. And we grew up just like any other normal Midwestern family in the city of Chicago. I was influenced musically by some of the greatest entertainers of all time. Jackie Wilson, Jerry Butler, Gene Chandler, Marvin Jr. from the Dells happened to be my mentor. One of the gentlemen that took some time to actually teach me some things about singing. He didn't teach me the business. I kind of fell off the bandwagon on that one right there when it came to the business part of what's happening with me. But musically, I know for a fact, in 1969, at the age of 17 years old, is when I actually got paid to sing. So that made me a professional by anybody's standards. I got $10 to perform at a senator's campaign party. $10. Only sang one song, and so I thought I was doing something, you know. But anyway, from there I formed a singing group along with some friends of mine, Wardell Levert and Albert Allison, and my brother-in-law Billy Stevenson. We were called Tinted Glass, and those were some really wonderful times in my life. We had a sound that was very unique. Of course, anybody that had a singing group at that particular time would try to imitate the Temptations and the Four Tops and stuff like this. And that's what we pretty much did, you know. We had a great time doing that. Things didn't work out for us as a group, you know, and everybody had their own individual things that they were doing. But I continued to press on, and I was just touched by this music thing. It just did something to me. Every time I would see somebody on TV, on the Ed Sullivan Show, or Smothers Brothers Show, or Flip Wilson Show, or something like that, man, it just did something to me. I had to sing, and I couldn't sing a lick. Some people think that I can't sing right now, but it was a wonderful, wonderful time in my life. I continued to do talent shows and stuff like that, and my mother was very instrumental in helping me to groom myself, you know, as a performer. Because I wasn't an artist at this particular point. I was just moving around trying to fit in and learn how to do things, you know, as an entertainer should do. Things got pretty good for me after a while. I began to win some of these talent shows and stuff like that. So now we can move on past the talent shows and stuff when I actually did become a professional. Now I'm getting paid to do things. I had a manager that was the manager of the Playboy Club. Yeah, the real Playboy Club with Hugh Hefner. We were over on Clark and Armitage, right across the street from, I forget the name of this doggone venue, but it was a real big venue over there that they have a lot of concerts and stuff. And she was also the bunny mother. I don't know how we connected, but she became my manager. Her name is Helen Mitchell, by the way. She's a minister. Oh man, it's some fun times in my life. Anyway, I began to win awards, like I won the Chicago Music Award in 1982, and then I won it again in 1983 as the best male vocalist in the city of Chicago. And I thought that was big time for me, because I had never won anything before. But I continued to press on. I moved to East St. Louis, Illinois, where I had the opportunity to work with a group by the name of Benny Sharp and the Sharpies. Most of the people in St. Louis would know them as the Sharpies. They were the group that went out on the road with Ike and Tina Turner. Ike and Tina Turner had a review, and the Sharpies were part of that review during that particular time. Also had the pleasure of working with Shirley Brown. Had a group down there by the name of Free Spirit with Oswald Peters, Gus Thornton, and some other guys. And we actually worked with Shirley Brown. Shirley Brown was pretty cool at that time. I guess she's pretty cool right now too. But moving on past that, Gus Thornton and I were related through marriages. I was married to his wife's cousin. Yeah, man. Gus was a heck of a place for her, and we would write songs together. And one particular time, we wrote about 10 songs. I took 3 of those songs that we wrote, and I produced them, and I paid for them, and put them out. And lo and behold, struck gold. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And I thank God that it did happen, because I got noticed on a worldwide level, not a local level, and overseas. As a matter of fact, in Japan, I won a very prestigious award. I was placed on a compilation along with Coco Taylor, Albert King, Little Milton, and some others, and it just changed everything. In 1994 or 95, a friend took me to Malaco Records. I had written some more songs along with my partner, Floyd Hamblin Jr., and we went down there and thinking that we were just going to sell some songs. But as it turned out, we were down there for a couple of days, negotiating a recording contract, and I ended up not only being signed as an artist, but I ended up being signed as a writer from Malaco. Tyrone Davis did several of my songs, and some other people did some too. But anyway, now things are starting to move along for me. I recorded I think it was 4 albums with Malaco. I signed a 5-year deal. I only stayed with them for 4 years. Things didn't work out the way that I thought that they should, and it was time to move on. And so I'm back. Now listen. People have been asking me where I have been. What have you been doing, Stan? We haven't heard from you since the mid-2000s. Okay, well, here we are. We're at 2016, and I can tell you this much. I've been around. I've been working sporadically in different places, nightclubs and stuff like that, trying to keep my chops intact. I've recorded, I think, about 3 albums with a company out of San Diego, California, which were produced by Carl Marshall and Simeo Overall. Wonderful, wonderful albums, by the way, too. I must admit I really had a good time. Matter of fact, Floyd Hamblin also worked with me on those projects, too. A very good friend of mine. And we had some really good records. I think the first one we came out of the box with was, no, I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. The very first one that I did when I left Malaco Records was with Mardi Gras Records. They're out of Louisiana also. It was called Good Stuff. Pretty good album, had some nice songs on it. From there, I went to this other company in San Diego, and Carl Marshall produced along with Floyd Hamblin and Simeo Overall. Now, I did manage to do concerts, as I had always done, but not on the same scale. It was kind of sporadic, as I mentioned. Had a good time doing it, though. I get an opportunity to travel, and I did a lot of nightclub stuff around the city of Chicago again, which was something that I just really wasn't interested in doing. I really didn't want to continue to do what I used to do. I knew it was something better, and I knew it was something bigger, and I knew that I had a purpose. My purpose wasn't being served because I couldn't find me. I kind of got disenchanted with what was going on in my life. Things were kind of like a seesaw. You know how a seesaw works? One day you're up, the next day you're down. Anyway, I'm going to fast forward to 2015. Going through the ups and the downs and the trials and the tribulations of show business and the people that you encounter in show business. Oh. I had an opportunity to get a phone call. Well, it wasn't a phone call. I got a text message one day from a gentleman by the name of Graziano Yeleni from Italy. And he told me that he was the curator of the Paretta Soul Festival over in Italy. And he asked me would I be interested in coming to Italy. And I'm like, for what? I have been there already, but not to the Paretta Soul Festival. And he said, Stan, I'm going to be in Chicago in October. Would you please come and meet me and we can discuss your coming to Italy? And so I met him. I called my friend Theo Huff and I told Theo, I said, look, brother, I got to meet with Graziano and I want you to come over there because the only way that I'll go to Italy is if he allows you to come with me. And little brother said, okay, fine. So Graziano did. He called me and I told him, I said, well, I'll be there and I want to bring Theo with me. He said, well, we've had Theo 2 times already, Stan. He said, I'm trying to get you. We're not bringing Theo this year. But I said, the only way that I'll come is if you let my little brother come with me because I want to do a tribute to Sam and Dave. And I'm going to need him to do it with me. He said, okay, well, let's work it out. And we worked it out. The rest is history. We had a wonderful time. But before I went over there, he told me, he said, Stan, you realize that you're a legend? And I actually laughed because I thought that was a joke, to call me a legend because I haven't done anything that would put me in legendary status. I don't even look at myself like that. But he mentioned to me that all the people that I had worked with and all the people that I was friends with have gone on to soul heaven, and I thought about that, man, and it just stuck in my mind. I said, my goodness, he's right, everybody's gone. He said, everybody's gone, man. He said, but you're still here, and they need to see you. So we went to Italy and had a very successful tour of Italy. We left Italy and went to Madrid, over in Spain, the Canary Islands, and it was just off the chain. It was one of the most incredible experiences that I've ever had in my life. We were very well received over there, and it's changed my whole career. When we returned from overseas, I have been having communications with the legendary Bobby Eli from Philadelphia International, TSOP, the sound of Philadelphia. Do you hear me? The biggest soulful organization other than Motown, but I think that they were just as good as Motown, if not better. The music is endless. It's just like Motown, so to speak. I kind of call them twins because Motown had a sound that is still relevant today, just as Philadelphia International is still relevant today. This is the music of my life. And this gentleman told me, he said, Stan, it's your voice, and we know what to do with it. We've always had success with the voice of your caliber. And I said, really? And I really thought that he was joking around with me too. And he said, no. He said, we can do something. Anyway, as it turns out, ended up going to Philadelphia, and we've been recording some of the most remarkable music that I have ever recorded in my life. Wait till you guys get an opportunity to hear what we're doing. Bobby Eli is one of the greatest producers I've ever worked with because he allows me to be me. And he captures me. And God, the music is just, it's awesome. Wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it. My problem. Oh man, we've got a hit record right now. And it's almost frightening because wasn't even supposed to be on the album, but it's the song that we're coming out with, coming out the gates with it. It's called My Problem. Wait till you guys hear this. Now, I have a list of things on here that I'm not even going to touch on right now. I'm going to talk to you about this project that we're doing with Bobby Eli at the Groove Yard. That's the name of his production company, the Groove Yard, man. That's a very comfortable place to record in, and some of the most awesome music that you're going to hear. Bobby Eli is responsible for the sound that you hear from the Stylistics, the OJs, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes. Man, everybody that was at Philadelphia International, man, that guitar that you be hearing in there, that's Bobby Eli, man. This guy is remarkable, man. He's a very nice guy, too. And I can't wait to get back up there and finish this album. We've got some remarkable stuff. Now, I'm going to move on from there and talk about what's getting ready to happen with Stan Mosley now, where my mindset is right now. Because I've had some ups and I've had some downs, you know. The majority of the things that had me down was being disenchanted because of the things that you have to endure in this business, you know. But I'm past that now because I'm in control of what happens with Stan Mosley. Nobody else. I am. And okay, so I hope that this brief summary of what and who Stan Mosley is and what's been going on in my life has enlightened you somewhat. Now, this is what I want you to know about me right now. With what we're doing in Philadelphia with Bobby Eli and my godfather, Marshall Thompson, we're going to bring you soul music the way soul music really, really, really should be, the way that it makes you feel it, you know. We've got some incredible songs, like I mentioned before, and we're going to be doing these songs. We're going to put together a tour. We're going to have some very, very world-renowned artists on this tour with us too. It's not going to be just me. Going to be people that you want to see, people that you want to hear. You won't get the mix of what's being thrown at you. You're going to get a variety of wonderful acts. We look forward to doing this too, man. I'm kind of like a cage lion. When I say a cage lion, you ever see a lion in a cage and he's just prancing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He wants to get out of there and do what it is that he does. He's the king of the jungle. He shouldn't be caged. Well, that's me. I'm very excited about what's happening in my life right now. And we have a wonderful team put together right now, and everything seems to be rolling along as it should be right now. So I want you guys to look forward to 2017, because 2016 has been so depressing to a degree. We lost so many wonderful artists. What we do have is the legacy of their music, but we don't have anybody that's continuing that music. And what I want to do is present to you some wonderful, wonderful soul music. And this is exactly what I intend to do. And I want you guys to be prepared for it because it's coming.
Hey, baby, you better listen to what I gotta say to you, girl. Isn't that I swear too much? A problem. Isn't that I eat too much? A problem. Isn't that I don't care enough? My problem. Oh, my problem is you. Yes, it is. The problem is you, baby. You better listen to what I gotta say, girl. Well, I tried forever to keep this love together, promising myself it would be much better. Trying, it's not working out, you see. And I just can't get over the hurt you put on me.
Problem.
Isn't that I don't bring home my money?
My problem.
Isn't that I'm not still attracted to you, honey?
My problem.
Isn't that our future wasn't bright? My problem. My problem is you. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. My problem has been you, babe.
Problem is you.
Listen. It started when you met that man at work. Charlie was his name. Before long, you were coming home late from work. Overtime was the blame. But I reviewed your recent paycheck to see those hours you worked. Apparently, you mistook me for some chump or stupid jerk.
My problem.
My problem isn't that I didn't want it to last.
My problem.
Isn't that I wanted us to live in the past.
My problem.
Isn't that I can't forgive or forget. My problem. My problem is you. Oh, yes, it is. My problem is you, babe.
Problem is you.
You better think about it, girl. Hey!
Stepping away from the problem.
I got to get on up out of here, yeah.
Stepping away from the problem.
I can't take this mess no more. You know why, girl?
Stepping away from the problem.
I gotta go. Hey, you know what you did, girl? You did the unthinkable. But you cheat and you lie. You destroyed the bond we had. Your lies I ain't buying. You stepped on my feelings, my soul and my heart. Frankly, my dear, you tore our lives apart. My problem is that you're no longer worth this for me. I can't trust anything you say. Excuse your last story. The party's over, and it's made me oh so blue. My problem, baby, my problem has been you. Hey, my problem is you. Yes, it is, girl, you see. You played me like a fool, baby. But you were playing them stinker games, too. You put the hurt on me. Did you think I was too blind?